Hello and welcome back to Arcadia, everybody. I have a little Angie friend right here who we are definitely going to need for some stuff later. But I have to boat him over here, otherwise all their friends are gonna shoot at him as well. So, you know what? While I'm sitting here with this dude, why don't I show y'all something that happened a little while ago?
Humble?
Yes, hello. Who is it?
It's Corn. Oh wow, you've got a lot of dangerous things over here.
Hello, Corn. What's going? What? Oh, that's Walter.
are you
He's so nice out here. Look, he doesn't even hurt you if you hop up here. Look, he's so polite. Look at him. He's just good old Walter.
Your eyes are bright red.
It's the lack of sleep, really.
Okay, I was wondering, last time you weren't particularly helpful, but that was fine. I was wondering if you knew why people don't die on this server? Like, it's hardcore, they should die when they're dead, but they don't.
Yeah, we're not in hardcore, but, yeah, I think people come back to life. Yeah. I've come back to life a bunch of times, yeah.
Of course we're in hardcore.
No. I come back alive a lot of times. Yeah.
You can't die because you're the god of death and that wouldn't make sense, but like, what do you mean? Of course it's hardcore. Of course it's hardcore. It's the way it always works. What do you—
Well, no, I mean, since I'm here, it sort of, applies to everybody,
What?
No, yeah, check it out. Look, you want proof? Watch this.
No, oh my god. No,
Walter, come here, buddy. Oh, look at that. Easy as pie. He just gave me a couple of love taps and straight back.
That's just you though. No, we're all in hardcore. What?
No.
What? Does that mean it applies to me?
Yeah, of course.
If it doesn't work and I die, then there's no coming back.
Yeah, the first time's always the hardest.
So I can't just test it.
No, of course not.
I'm gonna leave before you radically change any more of my views.
Okay, goodbye. Good luck with that whole not dying thing. Hope you don't die.
Thank you. I've been pretty good at not dying thus far.
Okay, good job.
Thank you.
Goodbye. How about that Corn, huh? There's always something interesting going on when she's around, don't you think? And watching back that footage, I actually remembered I forgot to put this skin back on. So I've got a very spooky skin. Check me out right there. Actually, hold on. We can go cheaty cam. Yeah, we're just monochrome with some glowing red eyes right here. So I forgot to put this back on again, but here we are now, ready to move on with this episode. What I'm hoping to do today is actually something I have been putting off for a very long time, and that would be finally dealing with Ronnie over here. He is completely out of stock. I think eventually I was selling 32 blocks of iron for 1 diamond over here, so pretty cheap, but unfortunately Ronnie is out of stock because a lot of people have finally moved out of this area. And so this little iron farm I set up over here on day 1, which used to be always loaded, is now not. And I haven't been here in a couple weeks, so let's see. Yeah, there's not a lot of iron stuck in here. So this thing is just about inactive at this point. So we're gonna have to do something about that. And our little pillager friends over there are going to help us. That's right, our little iron farm is finally getting an upgrade. And we're gonna be using pacified pillagers to do that. And not only that, we're gonna be making a crazy portal farm, which hopefully maximizes our rates there and makes something just absolutely crazy. Oh, hey, I'm down here. Oh, this is my nether tunnel, by the way, down to my humble lake. We just got the pink palette here and our quartz prismarine, very much based off of our starter base, if you remember what that looked like. And I'm hoping to carry that theme over a lot into our buildings we eventually build up out over here. Now, I've already got a whole bunch of supplies all set up and ready to go. We have a whole bunch of actually not that much redstone involved, and a whole bunch of obsidian, some cherry, some glass. There's honestly not much to do here. Most of the time for this farm is going to be breeding villagers and moving mobs into place. So, but I still got to go figure out a spot to go build this farm. So why don't we go head out over to our industrial area and see if there's a good location for us. So here is our industrial area that we know and love so much. Our raid farm. Actually, I don't think I ever showed this on camera, but this is an El Mango cobble farm. Goodbye. It goes really fast though. All of these push out at the same time and then TNT comes down. That's how I craft up all of my stuff that I gotta do. And there's Angie men right here. Ouch. But there's a whole expanse of ocean over here. We have this sugar cane I used to use before I made that giant thing in my base. There's a whole bunch of open ocean over here, with the exception of a ocean monument over here somewhere, right there maybe. But there's a whole bunch of room over here. So I'm thinking right around here somewhere is going to be a great spot to set up our iron farm. It'll fit right here in the ocean, and we won't have to worry about a whole lot of mob shenanigans or anything like that. And then the other benefit is right here, yep, there it is another village. So I'm thinking of setting up a villager breeder over here and just breeding all the villagers here. And ooh, someone slept, thank you. Breeding the villagers here and just boating them right over, because it's not that far at all. It's right there. I think right here in the middle of the ocean is as good a spot as any to build this thing up. So why don't I go ahead and get this thing all set up, and then we can talk a little bit about iron farms. Well, part one is done over here, and we have our iron farm all built up, but we gotta actually get some villagers in here, right? You know, the whole way these things work is by getting some villagers in there, and each one of these layers needs 12 villagers. So we're gonna need about 36 villagers total if there's no accident. So we definitely have to go set up a villager breeder, and luckily there is a, wait, I'm going the wrong way. Luckily there is a village right over here. I think it's just rendered in. So let's go see if we can get some willing participants over here to help us out. Oh, hello, Mr. Villager. Would you like to be a part of the iron farm breeding program? Oh, you would? Perfect. All right, let's go straight back over there. We're gonna need one more guy after this, but let me go breed all them up because it's probably gonna take quite a while. Well, not only did I go and breed up a whole bunch of villagers, but get rid of this farmland. But we got them all in here as well. We got all the dudes all set up. Actually, here, if I turn hitboxes on, look at that, all the dudes are set up in their spot, and this thing is ready to go. I can finally fire this thing up and show you what's going on. So a lot of this started out as my initial design was all these platforms up here with a bunch of villagers under it. And I was trying to look up some timings for something different to use instead of just having dudes bobbing up and down there all the time over and over and over again. And eventually I found this video by Nico is Lost. There will be a link in the description, but this final design that you see here is mostly entirely his design. But this works really, really well. There's a clock down here that goes around, and here, why don't I turn it on? There's now nighttime with some hitboxes, so hopefully we can see the iron golem spawning, but if we flick that lever, it's gonna start this thing going round and round and round, and we should see on this bottom layer some iron golems flash. Oh, there they were, right there. They just flashed right in. And so the way this works is it keeps going around and around. So now this middle layer is going to happen. Boop, iron golems. And so it keeps just going around and around and around like this. But since those things are going through the portal, there's some stuff that happens over on the nether side as well. My God, it's so dark. So on the nether side, these dudes are just stuck in the portal, which is so annoying. I tried putting a boat in there, didn't help. But these dudes will come through the portal here and they end up pushing each other out to the side. And just a very, you know, standard lava blade killing chamber right there. But we got a shulker loader down here. So while we're running this, we'll have iron, you know, pumping through here. I crafted up so many blocks already, and then we just trash the rest over here. Anything else that comes through there is just thrown in the garbage. Well, now that I've shown you a little bit of how this thing works, I think I need to sit here and AFK for quite a while because my shop is completely out of iron. I think I showed that. Did I show that? I don't remember if I showed that or not, but we are out of iron in our shop, and we are also out of iron to craft hoppers for Randy's redstone. So I need a whole lot of iron for all of that sort of stuff. So why don't I get a huge old long AFK session going and just get stocked on iron for hopefully a good part of the rest of the season. Well, I think we have enough iron now because I have 3 full shulkers of blocks, which is great because I'm pretty sure that the hoppers, yeah, are completely sold out here at Randy's Redstone. So good thing we made that iron farm because I've been slacking on the stocking over here. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff here that has been sold out. Look at that, over 2 stacks of diamonds from Randy's Redstone alone. So I better go ahead and restock that because clearly people are using it quite a bit. I got most of this restocked. We basically just have the hoppers all full up and I got the pistons all through too, but I mean, there's some stuff I just don't want to do right now. We got observers here and dispensers. I think once people actually get through the dispensers, I can come through and replace them, but I think it's fine for now. I think that's gonna do it for me though. We managed to get this whole iron farm built up and hopefully we are completely set on iron. We also got our shop all restocked for everybody. Wait, I forgot to turn this thing off the other day. That's okay. Yeah, we got everything all set up and ready to go, and this episode was a little bit short because we have something special planned for next week. That's right, just down here we have a very special Halloween event happening. Next week, sometime, you'll see what's going on, but no entry, but if we peek through here, there's nothing to do yet. That would be my job, so I gotta go ahead and get planned up and working on the tunnel and some other little bits and bobs for that, but I'll have to catch you next week where hopefully we're gonna have a whole lot of fun.